morning and welcome to Good Day Weekend. It is Saturday, January 24th. I'm Jessica Formoso in the Fox 5 newsroom. Thanks for joining us live on the Fox Local app. Now we start with a live look outside as we face down a monster winter storm and extreme cold this weekend. The brutal cold is sticking around before a wave of snow and ice hits us. Thousands of flights have been canceled already as the storm's snow path stretches over 2,000 miles from Texas to New England. Crippling ice accumulations will weigh down and drop power lines and trees in most serious icing zones in the south. And up here, the impending snowstorm triggering states of emergency. We'll get back to the weather in just a moment, but first, we are following breaking news out of the Bronx. Police confirming to Fox 5 one person is dead following a massive fire at a NYC building. The FDNY says the four-alarm fire started at 3485 Bavonia Street. You can see there the flames shooting out of the 16th floor just after midnight. The new FDNY commissioner says that there are reports of a gas leak sparking the blaze.
There was an explosion which led to fires in multiple areas on the upper floors. This led to a fourth alarm assignment which brought over 230 EMS and fire resources to the scene.
The cause of the fire is still under investigation at this hour. And we are continuing to track the storm heading our way. States of emergency have been declared for both New York and New Jersey as the snow closes in. Governor Kathy Hochul activated the National Guard, sending 100 service members and 24 vehicles to parts of New York City, Long Island, and the lower Hudson Valley. Here are the messages from both Hochul and Mikey Sherrill.
We are ready. Our state agencies are activated and coordinating, especially with our local governments, our partners in the counties and the boroughs of New York.
So we are prepared for this moment, but we do need the people of New Jersey to keep themselves safe as well.
From the southwest to the northeast, people are heeding that warning, stocking up and planning to stay home. At least 16 states are preparing for paralyzing snow, sleet, and ice. And here's a look at your weekend weather as you look down a bleak snow front. It is freezing outside right now. Temperatures dropped overnight. Tonight, it will be today windy and bitter cold, around 19 degrees, but it feels a lot less. Then tonight, snow will start to develop with a low of 15 degrees, and tomorrow, that is when the heavy snow will start to accumulate. So please stay off the roads and be safe. In a storm like this, shoveling is unavoidable, and doing it yourself or from hiring someone or even trying to look for a trick to make it go away. Fox 5's Richard Giacobbe breaks down the do's and don'ts of clearing fresh powder.
As we brace for the anticipated weekend winter wallop, you may be thinking about all that shoveling you have to get done. But before you suit up to brave the outdoors and clear away your walkway and driveway, be aware of the dangers of shoveling snow.
There's going to be a lot of snow. You don't want to rush too much and overtax the body because being out in the cold is strenuous. So treat shoveling your driveway like you're going for a jog, not a sprint.
Professional trainer Matteo Daniele says he's seen his fair share of muscular injuries for those who don't shovel the right way. And yes, there's a right way to shovel.
Small scoops go a long way. Stick your tush back, brace with your knees and your core, and then lift. And you take a few steps to wherever you're going to dispose of the snow and drop it right there, rather than heaving it or twisting. So you do a little bit more squatting, a little less rotating.
Shoveling the wrong way doesn't only put your muscles at risk, like throwing out your back or being at risk of a herniated disc, even hurting your rotator cuff for some time and being out for months. But there's also medical risks as well. And did you know that if you overstrain while shoveling the wrong way, you could be at risk of a heart attack or even stroke?
When you're shoveling snow, your pressure may rise, and somebody who has uncontrolled high blood pressure and they have an acute increase in pressure can precipitate possibly vasoconstriction of their blood vessels in their brain, and they can have a stroke.
Pulmonologist Dr. Lawrence Miller is advising at-risk patients to slow down this weekend. Instead of trying to clear away all that snow at once, chip away at it over time.
Take it easy. That's what I have to say. No weekend warriors out there, trying to just, be overdo it, is what I would say. You know, use common sense, shovel along as you need to. You develop any discomfort, take a rest, take a break.
So if you find yourself sidelined from shoveling this Sunday, don't fret. Take it easy, or better yet, go borrow a snowblower. In White Plains, Richard Giacovas, Fox 5 News.
And this extreme cold weather is not ideal for anyone who drives an electric vehicle. Now, if you've noticed your battery life getting shorter, well, you're not imagining things. That's because experts say the cold reduces the range of distance the EV can travel by double-digit percentages. Running the heat can also drain the battery significantly. AAA joined us with some tips to avoid these issues.
That's why it's recommended when the vehicle is charging that you turn on the heated seats, you turn on the cabin heater, and that way you get out to the vehicle and it's already warm and you don't have to use the heater that much when you're driving. That can reduce the range.
The cold weather can also drain your phones and other electric devices, so preventing the lithium-ion batteries from functioning properly. All right there. So, well, sometimes packing on layers isn't enough when it's freezing outside. Instead of relying on those hot hand warmers, there are high-tech options. Fox 5 Liv Johnson has a look at some of the must-have winter items.
It's that time of year again. We're desperately waiting for spring, but temperatures just keep dropping. The end of January and early February chill might have you looking for winter clothing that's beyond the usual coat or pair of gloves. Luckily, technology keeps advancing to help enhance our typical winter gear.
So the product and the technology has been around. It's just really improving.
Sarah Sands, a product specialist at Paragon, is right. This technology has been around. But heated vests and gloves used to be bulky and include heavy wiring. In today's age, however, you can't even tell if someone is wearing heated technology.
One of our pieces right here is a heated vest. This is from Action Heat. So you can layer this under any of your winter jackets, and it has 3 settings. So you can have it up to 150 degrees Fahrenheit.
The most common heated winter gear includes things like vests, gloves, and socks. Stephen John, a staff writer with Forbes who specializes in technology and gear, says heated socks were the biggest game changer to amplify his winter gear.
The older I get, the more I just don't like being cold. And if I can spend a few hours charging something and then tap on my phone and have my feet be warm when I'm out for a hike or even just for a jog, like that's something that I really like.
Technology has gotten so advanced that John is actually referring to new Hotronic socks that allow you to control the temperature of your heated socks from your phone via Bluetooth.
When you think about it, it's actually amazing because if you're skiing or you're hiking or you're just out walking the dog and you don't want to have to get down to your actual socks, being able to tap on your phone and change the heat level of your feet is pretty amazing.
For people like me, who always has cold hands and fingers, I was drawn to these Action Heat gloves, which also have different settings and the ability to turn off the heating light while still keeping the heat on.
This feels so nice. It's like kind of therapeutic.
There's also the heated sock, which is pretty cool because it's so thin. The composite fibers are so fine in these garments that you cannot feel the mechanisms in it at all.
In addition to heated technology, Stephen John says he's excited about some new waterproof technology.
One is called Showers Pass, and they make a completely waterproof clothing that doesn't look or feel waterproof. So you can be wearing a beanie, you can be wearing socks, you could literally be standing in a downpour or standing in a puddle. You're going to stay completely dry, yet they're still rather breathable.
Some last bits of advice. Your core is the most important part of your body to keep warm. So if you're considering buying heated technology, a vest might be the way to go. Liv Johnson, Fox 5 News.
I need all of that. Now, before the big storm hits, be prepared. One thing you can do right now is scan that QR code you see there on your screen to download the free Fox Local app to your phone. That way, if you lose power in your home, you can still stay informed with our newscast and weather reports, all available, as always, on the Fox Local app. Now, don't go away. We'll be right back with your health news. But first, here's a look at your 7-day forecast for the week ahead.